Welcome to this video on the Automic Automation SAP S/4 HANA Application Jobs Integration Solution. In this video, we will explain the SAP Application Jobs Cloud integration and what it brings to the Automic Automation user community. SAP S/4 HANA Cloud is an enterprise resource planning suite designed to support core business operations in real time. Managing application jobs in S/4 HANA is essential to ensure data consistency, compliance, and operational efficiency across the enterprise. Integrating Automic Automation with SAP Application Jobs allows you to run SAP Schedule Application Jobs in your workspace from Automic Automation. We'll provide some technical insights so that the integration components are clearly identified and the deployment sequence is understood. We'll focus on the configuration of the agent and the design of the two core object templates, connections, and jobs. Finally, we'll run through a demo. Automic Automation plays a central role in orchestrating operations across multiple environments, including the cloud. Automic Automation synchronizes these processes with other, non-cloud operations. By integrating SAP S/4 HANA Application Jobs, we can configure process automation centrally in Automic Automation and then trigger, monitor, and supervise everything in one place. SAP application job processes can then be synchronized with all other environments routinely supported by Automic Automation. SAP application jobs role is reduced to execute the jobs. All other functions, especially those pertaining to automation, are delegated to Automic Automation. This means that we don't have to log into the SAP Application Jobs environment and keep on refreshing it by ourselves. Automic Automation manages all the execution and monitoring aspects. The Automic Automation integration provides a simplified view to SAP Schedule Application Jobs. Automic Automation lets us build configurations with intuitive interfaces like drag-and-drop workflows and supervised processes in simple dashboard tools designed natively for operations. Statuses are color-coded, and retrieving logs is done with a basic right-click. From an operations perspective, Automic Automation highly simplifies the configuration and orchestration of SAP Schedule Application Jobs. Externalizing operations to a tool with a high degree of third-party integration means we can synchronize all cloud with non-cloud workload. Using various agents and job object types, we can build sophisticated configurations involving multiple applications, database packages, system processes like backups and data consolidation, file transfers, web services, and other on-premise workload. A conventional architecture involves two systems, the Automic Automation host and a dedicated system for the agent. The agent is configured with a simple INI file containing standard values: system, agent name, connection, and TLS. When we start the agent, it connects to the engine and it adds two new objects to the repository: a connection object to store the SAP application job endpoint and login data, and a job template designed to trigger SAP Schedule Application Jobs. Let's assume we're automating for 4 instances of SAP Application Jobs. We create a connection object in Automic Automation for each instance by duplicating the con template for each of these instances. Lastly, we create the SAP Schedule Application Jobs in Automic Automation for each corresponding process in SAP Application Jobs. The Automic Automation jobs include the connection object based on the target system. When we execute the jobs in Automic Automation, it triggers the corresponding process in SAP S/4 HANA Application Jobs. We're able to retrieve the successive statuses and finally generate a job report. In Automic Automation, this job can be incorporated in workflows and integrated with other, non-cloud processes. The procedure to deploy the SAP S/4 HANA Application Jobs integration is as follows. First, we download the integration package from Marketplace. This package contains all the necessary elements. We unzip this package, which produces a directory containing the agent, the INI configuration files, and several other items, like the start command. We use the appropriate INI file for our specific platform. SAP Application Jobs is a standard atomic agent. It requires at least 4 values to be updated: agent name, atomic system, JCP connection and TLS port, and finally TLS certificate. When the agent is configured, we start it. New object templates are deployed. We create a connection to every SAP Application Jobs instance we need to support. For this, we use the template con object, which we duplicate as many times as we need. The con object references the SAP Application Jobs endpoint. Finally, we use the SAP Schedule Application Template Jobs to create the jobs we need. We match these Automic Automation Jobs to the SAP S/4HANA Schedule Application Jobs, reference the connection object, and run them. We're able to supervise the jobs, generate logs, and retrieve the statuses. The jobs can then be incorporated into non-cloud workflows. We install, configure, and start an agent to deploy the SAP S/4HANA Application Jobs integration. The agent is included in the SAP Application Jobs package, which we download from Marketplace. We unzip the package, which creates a file system agents/SAP_application_jobs/bin that contains the agent files. Based on the platform, we rename the agent configuration file UCXJCIDX and set a minimum of 4 values: the agent name, the AE system name, the host name and port connection to the automation engine's JCP, and finally the directory containing the TLS certificate. Finally, we start the agent by invoking the JR file via the Java command. The agent connects to the AE and deploys the object templates needed to support the integration, the con or connection object, and the SAP Schedule Application Job templates. In our demo, we will create a connection object. Once we have established the connection to the SAP S/4HANA Application Jobs environment, we'll create an SAP Schedule Application Job. Finally, we'll execute and supervise this job. Here, you see the SAP S/4 Application Jobs environment, where you can monitor and manage jobs. You can create new jobs and monitor running jobs. This section provides information about the run job and its details. Click here to see the logs. This is the log information, and here are the parameters passed in the payload. Let's move on to the atomic system. Here, we create a connection object with specific inputs to connect to SAP Application Jobs. First, we define the endpoint, which is the endpoint for SAP Application Jobs. We must then specify an authentication type for the SAP Application Jobs connection. This agent integration supports the following 2 types: basic authentication and OAuth 2. For basic authentication, you need to define the username, which is the name of the communication user you have in the SAP Cloud tenant. The name of the user with the privileges to access the SAP Application Jobs environment. The password is the password for the communication user. This is the authentication type we use in this demo. For the other authentication type, OAuth 2, you need to define the authentication endpoint. This is the URL of the token service against which the token retrieval is performed. The client ID. This is the client ID that is used to retrieve the access token, and the client secret, which is client secret for the client ID. If you are using a proxy in your environment, you can specify the proxy hostname, port, username, and password in the proxy section. Once the connection object is defined, you can create SAP Schedule Application Jobs. The connection drop-down list lets us select the appropriate connection object. Next, we specify the SAP client, which defines the SAP system where the job will run. A system can have multiple SAP clients. Optionally, we can define the job filter field. It is used when searching or listing jobs. It helps filter jobs based on criteria like status, template name, and users. If you use a job filter, You don't need to specify the job template name, as it will search automatically based on the filter. In the job template name field, you need to input the name of the job template. You can use a picker to search for the template name. If you don't use a job filter, you must provide the job template name. In the job template text field, you can define a title or description. The job user field defines the SAP user ID under which the job will run. Next, we specify the payload data. These are the payload parameters you want to pass on in JSON format. You can select between none, JSON, and JSON file path. We select none here. Everything is configured now, so let's go to the attributes page of the job. Here, you need to select the agent name that you configured in the INI file. After selecting the agent name, remember to save the configuration. After saving, you can execute the job. Now, let's see how to monitor the jobs in the SAP environment. To monitor the logs, just click on the arrow buttons. Here, you can see the schedule option and run details. For log information, you can click on the log information button. Here, you can see all details. Now, let's switch back to the executions view in Automic Automation. It shows the list of executions in Automic Automation. As you can see, this is the job we have created and it ended okay. If you go to the details panel displays two object variables and job_name hash, which provides the name of the job, and job_and_count hash, which shows the job's run number that the SAP S4 HANA Application Jobs system reported back to Automic Automation. Let's have a look at the reports. The report captures the final response we received. The agent log lists all the connection details, followed by the job inputs and execution logs. Finally, we see that the job was completed successfully. Thank you for watching this video.